Hey there, welcome to Crochet CJ, episode number 28. Wow. So I'm Carla, I'm a mom and midwife, and I'm a born-again Christian, and I love people enough to tell them that. It's so good to see you guys today. I sound like Mr. Rogers when I say that. That's okay, I love Mr. Rogers. I won't sing the song, but it's a cute song anyway. So let's jump right in with finished objects. My first finished object is the Springs Fancy shawl. My sweet friend Sharon from Sharon's Crochet Corner, give her a little shout out, sent me this beautiful pattern for this shawl, and it is gorgeous. I made it with Mandala Sparkle in the color Lyra? Yeah. Anyway, look at these colors and look at this. I mean, the pattern is just gorgeous. You know, and it's one of those you start it and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I am never going to get this pattern repeat. And you do. You get the pattern repeat, and then you don't even have to look at the pattern, and you get it all done, and it's so beautiful and so spring. Now, it did call for picot on the ends. I'm not a big fan of picot, okay? I just think it looks like sticky out yarn. Maybe it's because I don't do it right. I don't know. But not a big fan of picot. So I just left these beautiful little scallops on the edge. I really like those. Anyway, it's a gorgeous shawl, and it's a nice length. You can wear it a lot of ways, but you can definitely wear it, you know, cover up with it and be really comfy. It's not a super heavy shawl because it's so lacy, but I mean, I think it's a beautiful spring shawl. I have a really sweet friend at work, and her daughter loves rainbows, so I'm probably going to gift her that. But I will make more of those shawls because it was so easy to make. The pattern is from Melinda Miller. I gave the information in the last one, and I will try to remember to link it below so that you have that information if you want to go look for it. She actually has a 4-pattern set. You can buy them individually, but she has a 4-pattern set for spring, summer, winter, fall. My next thing is I've been playing with the knitting needles, believe it or not. So this is my second knitted, yeah, I haven't put the ends in. This is my second knitted dishcloth. So it looks much more respectable than the other one. You know, it doesn't have holes and stuff in it. So, I mean, it turned out better. It's not perfect by any means, but again, it's a dishcloth and I'm practicing. So there's that. And then, okay, so Carrie Penny is the one that's helping me with this whole knitting thing since I'm just getting back into it after 20 years. So I contacted her and I said, okay, I can cast on, I can knit, I can purl, I can bind off. I've made, you know, a few dishcloths. Well, I'd made 2. I said, what do I do next? Do I do a hat? Do I do a shawl? She said, no, go find this Granny's favorite dishcloth and make it because it's made on the bias. And so I made it. Now, yeah, it's not perfect. It's a little wonky, but it doesn't look too bad. I don't know, for my first attempt, except you'll notice right in the center, there's a hole. Don't know how I did that. Obviously, I yarned over when I shouldn't have. Of course, I said it's right in the center, so it looks purposeful. Somebody said, well, you need a place to stick your finger through. I said, oh, well, I can make it a mini, teeny, tiny lovey. Anyway, that is Granny's favorite dishcloth. If you look it up online, you can find the pattern. I don't even know. I know I printed off the pattern. And if I can find that link again, that same link, then I'll link it below too. So she told me just to keep working on those, and then we'll move forward from there. Because eventually I want to do socks, but I would like to make some shawls and things. You know, I made ponchos and hats and all that back in the past, and I just, crochet and knitting, you kind of have to turn your brain around a little bit. Anyway, I do. I'm not saying that about everybody. I do. My next finished object is my crochet dishcloth. I made some more of these, but this one was this really pretty peach color and I really like it. So these are, it just is basically just a granny square. These work up so fast. this is what I had left of the skein of cotton after I made that Granny's favorite dishcloth. I just had that much left, and so I just whipped out one of those to get rid of the rest of the skein. My next finished object is, I finished one of my fabulous socks. I don't remember, did I show that? Anyway, because I finally got my number 3 hook, and so I was able to do the cuff. So there's the first one, and I've started on the second one. I haven't gotten very far because I've been playing with the knitting and stuff, and so that I have to get my other sock made, and when I do, I'll show it to you. My last finished object is, I made some little strawberry hats. You guys know I'm a midwife and I do prenatal visits and stuff, and so we do this thing called centering pregnancy. I think I've talked about it before. So centering is usually 8 to 12 women do the same month, and we meet together for prenatal care. We have a little private place where we do like their measurements and listen to baby's heart rate, and then we all meet together as a group. And it's a 2-hour session, which seems like a long time, but we do not just the prenatal visit, we do a lot of prenatal education, basically, you know, like your childbirth classes and things like that, and just a lot of education about pregnancy and what to expect and getting ready for labor and birth. And so we do sessions together. So I'm with these same women throughout their whole pregnancy, which is really nice. And so my groups, I try to make them a little something. I made the pumpkin hats for the October group last year, and then for my April group I made bunny hats. And so for my June group I made these little hats that look like a strawberry. Okay, so this is just a half double crochet hat. You know, you start off with 6 half double crochets and a magic ring. I know a lot of people don't like magic rings, but I do. I think they work really well. You start off with that, and then you just increase down to a certain point, and then of course you just make the rest of your hat. And then I just do a single crochet around the very base of it. Anyway, they make cute little hats. The leaves, I just winged it. I crocheted like 6 chains, and then I just kind of went around it with single crochets and slip stitches to make it look like a leaf. No rhyme nor reason to it. Anyway, I thought they worked out pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with those. And I made several of them, yes, because I have several people in my group. The yarn I used, I had found this at Tuesday morning. It's called Himalaya Rhythm yarn. It's 100% acrylic. There's 179 yards in 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, and it's a 4 medium, so it's just basically, you know, a worsted weight yarn. And oh, it's really soft for acrylic. And I had picked up 3 or 4 of these, and I actually got, I think, 3+ hats out of each skein. I think I got 3.5 out of the first skein, so didn't even have to use all of it. Anyway, joys in progress. So you guys know that I don't call them whips. I call them joys in progress because crochet makes me happy, and hopefully knitting will too, so I'll have some of those. My second sock obviously is a joy in progress, and then I decided to finally do the virus shawl. Now, I was working on, we'll talk about this next. I was working on another one of the Granny's favorite dishcloths, and I keep having issues with a hole in the middle of my things. And so I tinked, which is, you know, knitting backwards. I had tinked this thing about 4 times, and I was getting really frustrated with it. So I decided I was just not having a good day with it. So that's another joy in progress, not so joyful. But I did set it aside because I wanted to do this virus shawl, to do some crochet and kind of relax and kind of get my knitting frustrations out, and then I can go back to that dishcloth. So this virus shawl is also in Mandala Sparkle. The color is Nova, and it's really, really, I think it's just gorgeous. The colors are just so pretty. It's, you know, to me, it's more like a peach or a coral. I guess some people might say it's pink, but to me, it's really, I mean, I think it's corally looking and grays and, you know, kind of, I guess it's all grays and whatever. Anyway, I just threw my, so I'm on the second cake of that yarn. This is what I have left of that cake. I had to ball it up finally because it was starting to get caught in itself because the cake was getting so small. So hang on, pardon the bend. You don't want to lose your crochet hooks. And I have a really bad habit of leaving them in my projects, and so sometimes I panic when I open up my crochet bag and go, where is that size hook, you know? And I know where it is. It's in a project somewhere. Like I've got some hooks in my sock bag with my socks. I think there might still be a hook in that bag where I was working on those octopuses and I didn't get any more of them done. And anyway, so wow, that was kind of random, wasn't it? You really want to hear about my lost hook sorrows, right? They're not lost. They're merely in a project somewhere. So acquisitions. Really, you know, have been trying to not get a lot of stuff. However, again, my husband gets bored and wants to go out, and he's always like, you want to go to Tuesday morning? Well, like, I'm going to say no. So I was looking for some more dyeable yarn because, you know, I've been dyeing yarn, and I wanted to get some more. And they didn't have any of the kind that I had got before, which is this Shepherd's Own by Fiber Natra. But they had this, which is essentially the same stuff. But this is 100% superwash. Ooh, so even better than 100% undyed wool. It's Fiber Natra Lima, and it's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 284 yards, 100% superwash wool. It says it's a number 4, and I mean, I guess it is. To me, I thought it was more of a 3, but it doesn't really matter. But I got 5 of these, and I paid $6.99. It says estimated comparable value $14. So a lot of their stuff says $14 and it's on sale for $7. So I don't know, you know, I guess I could look this up and see how much it really costs, but to me, that's not bad for 100% superwash wool that I'm going to dye and make lovely. So I'm excited about that. And then I found this. I bought that book from Hamilton Books, you know, that sells the discounted books and stuff. I had bought that book on crocheted scooties, and I saw this and I thought, wow, this will make a beautiful scootie. It's called Amphora yarn. It's by Universal Yarn. It's 60% acrylic, 20% alpaca, 20% mohair, hand wash, cool, dry, flat. So, you know, I know that is not such a great thing about it, but I hand wash a lot of my dishes and things that are special to me that I don't want to put through the dishwasher and get them all gunky or whatever, because sometimes putting stuff through the dishwasher tarnishes them or things like that. And so, like, all my really nice Pampered Chef stuff I'll hand wash. So if I'm willing to hand wash dishes, surely I'm willing to hand wash beautiful crocheted things. This is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 306 yards. And the color is, I don't think it has a color. Okay, sorry guys. Well, I don't see a color listed on here unless it's under this price tag. Again, this says regular value $14, on sale for $6.99. It is just this beautiful, I don't know what to call it, but it's got a lovely little halo from the mohair and the angora, or alpaca, I'm sorry. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful yarn, and I just am really in love with it. And let me be like Carrie Penny and just tell you, this is some of the softest stuff. All those people out there that I know that have a wool allergy, my heart breaks for you, because this is some awesome, awesome yarn, and it's going to make a beautiful skitty. And like I said, I don't know how much it would take for one of those skitties. I didn't have the book with me. But I have basically 900 yards worth of this, so I think I can probably get a skitty out of it. Anyway, that was really pretty. And now it's time for Happy Mail. You guys know it's my birthday month, and so I've been getting more cards and things than usual, but then I think I just kind of get cards and stuff from people anyway. Now, Krista from The Secret Yarnery, she sent me a little card in the mail, and I had told her that I would love to have one of her buttons, and so she not only sent me a button, see, make sure I pick it up right. Secret Yarnery button, yay! Put that in one of my bags. She sent me some stickers, Secret Yarnery, Frugal Hookers, yo! Cheap Hookers Unite. Represent. So anyway, thank you, Krista. That was really sweet. And love, love, love it. I'm so excited to have that. Plus this really cool stamps and stuff. I may actually collect stamps or something from all these people that send me stuff. And then one of my subscribers, she's really sweet. Her name is Paula. And she is from Ohio. I figure I can say Paula in Ohio because it's a big state and people aren't going to know who that is or where she lives. But she sent me a beautiful birthday card that says, wishing you a day that blends all the joys of the moment and the hopes and dreams of tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And isn't that beautiful? It's got a lighthouse. And I used to collect lighthouses, so that's kind of cool. But she also sent me these transparency frames in it. Isn't that cute? And I told her, yeah, I put frames around little pictures and stuff all the time, so I will definitely use those. Thank you, Paula. That was really sweet of you to do that. And then my other one that I got in the mail this week is from Barbara. Now, Barbara is another subscriber, and she's very open about the fact that she lives on a boat, and they are in Puerto Rico right now. So she sent me this really cool postcard with all these pictures from Puerto Rico. Isn't that cool? And then she said, I saw this, it reminded me of you, so I had to color it for you. So she sent me that. And it says, he refreshes my soul, Psalm 23:3. And I thought that was really sweet of her to send that. And, you know, she said it reminded her of me, and I thought, well, that's really sweet. I really like to hear that, because I hope that I'm refreshing and happy and joyful, and that you guys enjoy talking to me and listening to me. I never remember to say this, but you know, if you're watching the video and you're not a subscriber, I would love for you to subscribe. I'm at 938. I'm not really into the numbers, but if I get to 1,000, then I can do lives on my mobile devices. So that would be kind of cool to be at 1,000. So if you would subscribe and then hit the little bell if you want to be reminded or notified whenever I do a new video and it comes out and gets uploaded. Like the video if you like it. That's a great thing to do. And just email me. My email is down below, or you know, shoot me a letter or a card. I really like reading letters and cards. We don't do that anymore, but I read an email just as easily as I read a letter or card, so shoot me an email or do whatever. So a couple of more shout outs. Michelle at Crafty Farm Girl is awesome. You guys need to go watch her. She makes the cutest little gnomes. They are so adorable. I was watching her video this morning and I was like, oh, look at, there's a gnome with a purple hat. I think I need to make a gnome with a purple hat. So she's really nice. Penny at Penny Ann's Creations. She does a really great job of telling you when there's sales and things like that. Classy Kim, it's Classy Kim, all one word. If you guys know, she's been a subscriber for a long time. Dee Thompson finally did a channel. So it's just D Thompson right now, DEE, space Thompson. She's thinking of a name. I gave her some suggestions. I don't know if she'll use them. But, I'm sure she's going to get lots of channel name suggestions, and she will eventually pick one. She's really awesome, though, and you really like her. I really need to write these down because I'm not going to remember all the people that I want to give a shout out to. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I guess I'm just going to do more shout outs next time because apparently I am not going to remember the people that I kind of had in my brain. Because I know there was a friend of Dee's who just started and she was wanting to get at least 100 subscribers, which she did get her 100 subscribers. But Heidi's Hangout. Her name is Penny, but her cat's name is Heidi. So it's Heidi's Hangout. So give her a look-see, see what she's up to. Anybody else that you guys know out there, you can throw them in the comments and hopefully people will read the comments and see. There's so many channels out there. It's just really hard to, it's hard for me to watch all the videos I want to watch. And, that's kind of why I keep mine kind of short, because I know it's easier to watch a short one and watch several of those. Sorry, Sandy, I know you like the really long ones. But there's a lot of people out there who do long ones. Anyway, you guys have, since it is my birthday month, I keep forgetting to mention when I'm making videos that I'm trying to send out, I am accomplishing it. I am sending out 2 purple happy mails a week. So this week I'll be sending out a couple of more purple happy mails. So, never know who's going to get those. I've just kind of been contacting people and asking for their address and things like that because I like that better than doing giveaways because I can do more. And with it being my birthday month, I decided that 2 a week would be probably reasonable. And some of them are actually swaps that I'm doing with people, but I still count them as happy mail because when I get my swap package, it makes me happy. Anyway, you guys have a great week, and I will see you soon. And remember that Jesus loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.